Welcome back to Benny Xtra. As a lot of you may know, there's lots of new construction and renovation going on in family housing. And joining me to talk about this is Mike Douglas from Clark Realty Capitol. Thanks for joining us today, Mike, on Benny Xtra.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So a lot of people are confused about the name Clark versus Pinnacle. I know that initially it was RCI, and there's the blanket fell underneath that, Clark and Pinnacle. Can you explain to me a little bit about how that works now?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People do call it Clark Pinnacle, and the reason they do, and that's not incorrect. Clark is the development and construction company, of which I'm a project manager for the development company. Pinnacle is the property management company that we partnered with to manage and maintain the project and the property for 50 years. That partnership of Clark Pinnacle partnered with the U.S. Army to form Fort Benning Family Communities, which is what RCI, or the Residential Communities Initiative, is called at Fort Benning.
So in a nutshell, you guys are really responsible for new construction and renovation, and that's pretty much it.
That's right. Okay. That's right. Development, new construction, and renovation.
So we're about 4.5 years into this project, and you've constructed a lot of new homes, and you're pretty much winding down the new home construction.
That's right, Nate. We are wrapping up about 1,400 new homes is what we've built. Our last neighborhood is Upatoy Village, which it's about 75% complete today. There are people living in about 50% of the neighborhood, and that rounds out about 1,400 homes that we've built for the project in both Fort Benning and up in Dahlonega for Camp Merrill.
So you still have thousands of homes that are still needing renovations. Is that right?
We do. We do. Starting with Indian Head Village, we're starting renovations. We've already started, actually, and we will continue for the next 4 to 5 years doing so.
Now, a lot of people hear in their mind renovations, and they're thinking, oh, we're going to get new carpet and new paint. But you guys are really going in and just literally gutting these places out and just basically building up new homes within the frame. Is that right? We
are. We're not just dressing up the unit. It's a true renovation. We're essentially gutting it down to the studs. It's when we're completed, it's relatively a new home. In fact, I've had residents when we've done one of our open houses at Indian Head, our first one. A lady asked me how we built that new house so quickly, and I had to explain that it was actually a renovation, and of course that's the goal. We want people to feel like they're living in a new home. We've ripped off all the old sheetrock. We're redoing all the HVAC, all the ventilation, all the duct work, all the wiring, plumbing as necessary, new kitchens, new bathrooms, new flooring, just new light fixtures, and then a complete facelift on each unit too.
One of the things you've done that's very unique is you've went in there and you've renovated a home, and then you have invited residents of the Indian Head to come out there and give it the once over and tell you what they liked and didn't like about it.
We did. We started out with Pinnacle, asking them what's the work order history of these particular units, and we started there because that's obviously where those units need some help. Then we kind of took some of our best guesses as to what would we like to live in, what would make this unit marketable and make me want to live there. And lots of different people had different ideas, so we did all those different ideas, and we did it in 6 units actually, and then in the first 2 units that we completed, we actually had an open house and invited the current residents of Indian Head Village to come tour through it and also fill out a questionnaire of what they like, what they didn't like, what they think we ought to add, what they think we ought to leave off, and because they're the ones that are going to be living there, and we really value what they have to say.
One of the interesting things about what you're doing here, and it's basically going against the things of the past, is that every home on Fort Benning looked the same. There was no identity. It was just always drab, drab, drab. And what Clark has done is, when the new construction is, they've made every single home look like it's some different, very unique style home. And you can never drive through there and see the same house exactly the same. Is that what you're doing in this as well?
That's right, Nate. Starting with Indian Head, we are trying to give each of these homes that curb appeal and that personality that makes you take ownership in your home, and your home doesn't look exactly like every house on the street. And that's something that we'll be doing in subsequent renovation neighborhoods after Indian Head.
So basically, in essence, these homes that are going to be reconstructed are going to be just like brand new homes. There's not going to be any noticeable difference between a brand new home you've just built and one of these homes that you've reconstructed.
Honestly, the things that you'll notice are, some of the good things you'll notice is we're preserving all the existing mature landscaping. So, you know, you have the great trees that you find around East Main Post, but you will not see the two-car garages that you do see on the new homes. That's basically the only difference. We're even going to be renovating these homes as Energy Star homes, just like we built the new homes to be Energy Star homes.
Okay, let's get into that a little bit. Energy Star homes are basically a good way to conserve energy, and I believe this is the largest project in the state of Georgia. Tell me about these Energy Star program that you have here.
It is. It's the largest in the state of Georgia, and Energy Star, basically what it means is that the home saves about 20% more energy than a comparably built home built to current construction codes. And we've done all of our new homes, all 1,400 new homes, Energy Star compliant, inspected, and certificates from the EPA saying so. We're going to do the same thing with Indian Head Village. With every renovation, we're going to be installing the same meter that we install on the new homes and building those, or renovating those to be Energy Star compliant.
So I go to McGraw, and I go to Patton, I go to Upatoy, and they have these really nice clubhouses. They're village centers, and they're really a nice part of the neighborhood. Are we going to see something like this in these renovated neighborhoods? Yeah,
actually. If you drive into Custer Village today, where the old shop-at used to be, some people remember the old shop-at over there, we've built a village center exactly like Patton's Village Center, and we're going to have a grand opening on that village center on April 1st. And we're doing the same thing. We're going through land planning right now to build the same building in Indian Head as well. So while you're living in a renovated neighborhood, we're trying to make it feel like your home will feel new, and your amenities will be new. You'll get the same amenities that the new neighborhoods get.
Mike Douglas from Clark Realty Capitol Group, I appreciate you coming on Vending Extra to talk about all this exciting construction and remodeling.
Thank you, Nate.
And coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about youth services on post and what you can do to get involved right after the break.